Um, until today, I don't really get it why it is so hard for some people to accept um, their relationship with blackness. I mean, this video that you're about to see, it's a perfect description of, I don't know if I'll call it being anti-black or something, but this is a case scenario where this woman doesn't want the kid, her kid, she's Latino, right? She doesn't want the kid to identify as black, but phenotypically, you can see that kid is black, like honestly black. Funny enough, the mother, the way she talks, she's talking black. There's just a way that you can, I don't know whether the slang or whether which slang of which state does a black American come from, but there's just some blackness with the way a black person speaks. I'm not talking about we black people, continental Africans, but I'm talking about American blacks, those who are in the United States. So this woman, she is denying her kid identifying as black. And this all reveals some truthness in, the anti-black that has been happening in the Latino community. But I don't address that right now because this is something that has been happening. I want to let you watch the video and then I'll be back. I'll be sharing my thoughts. So watch the video, I'll be back, and then you'll get the context and then we'll have a talk about it.
They be trying to call me black, and I'm like, what? I'm not black either. So I know what I am. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I am just, that's my baby.
Let me say hi to him. Hi. That's a black kid right there.
That is not a just black kid, though.
That's
he is
a
Haitian, Panamanian, Puerto Rican kid.
Hey, young man.
Mixed.
Young man, come here real quick.
What?
Listen, sir, I teach these things in schools. You're black. Don't be ashamed, okay? Don't be ashamed of that. Don't be ashamed of that.
Tell them how you feel.
Don't let nobody make you feel ashamed of being black, sir. Don't let nobody make you feel ashamed of that. Hey, listen, young man. When somebody in this world looks at you, the first thing they see is a black boy. That's it. Whatever else you have, like culturally, what your mom is, they don't see that when they see you. When the world sees you, they identify somebody that's black. Everything else.
Full of shit. They see their mama's son.
Mama, that's true.
They see their mama's son.
That's true. They identify dad as black.
They don't identify me as shit.
Yes,
they can't identify me for nothing.
Yes, mama.
You're not gonna identify people by stuff that you don't even know for facts. Like you are such a lie.
That's how race works. It's a social construct. It's how society views you when they first see you. When I first saw this kid, I saw a black kid. That's what race is.
You are just colorblind because there is a term for a light-skinned and dark-skinned person. There's called light-skinned and dark-skinned. There's a difference between a Haitian, Panamanian, and a say a Guyanian. They're different. They're not the same. You're saying that just because they present with a dark complexion, they're considered one race.
His complexion is not how I identified him as black. It's his phenotype, his features. This young man right here, this young man's phenotype, his features. Listen, his features is what identifies him as black. He could even be lighter than he is now. He could be lighter, but if his features are the same, it's what black is. It's the phenotype of somebody, not the complexion. There's people that are black presenting that are very light complected, very light. You mean to tell me when anyone in society that doesn't know anything about him, when they first see him, they could tell that he's Haitian, that he's Puerto Rican, that he's Panamanian? Or do you think they say that's a black kid? You think that when somebody that doesn't know him at all, they see a black kid? Or you think they see a Puerto Rican, they see a Haitian, they see whatever else you want him to claim? Or do you think they see a black kid?
I'm not thinking, you know what I'm saying, that I'm black, but it's all good. I mean, I'm starting to understand that I can be whatever I want to be, like a frog. If I want to be a fucking leopard, if I want to be a fucking chimpanzee, I can be whatever I want to be. You know what I'm saying? This is America, and I can be whatever I want to be.
Bye, young man.
Bye.
See you later, man.
Because you called me a black girl when I didn't have camera access, and I'm about to turn my camera on. It's like calling me a bitch. You calling me out of my name. I am not negra. I am trigueña. I am trigueña.
Wait. Calling you black is like calling you bitch?
Yes.
That's what offends me about people from over there. You think identifying you racially as black is an insult? Why is being black a fucking insult to you guys?
Because that's not my nationality. That's not my race.
What is your race?
My mama didn't tell me I was black. She said I wasn't black because we're not black. I told you it has something to do with the hair.
If you would have said to me, Ricardo, you look black. Well, I don't think so. But if you did, that's an opinion. That's not an insult. You're insulted because somebody identified you racially as black. Why is it?
You had me in tears. I was in tears because you're making it seem like I don't know who I am.
You want me to tell you something? Race is a social construct. It has nothing to do with who your parents are and where you were born. Did you know that? It has to do with the way anybody in society identifies you visibly when they see you. It has nothing to do with your blood, what the DNA says, who your parents are. Nothing. It has all to do with somebody seeing you and thinking they know what you are. That's what race is, a social construct. How could it be an insult for somebody to identify you as what they visibly see?
I came out the womb. I came from my mama and my daddy. And so being raised by them, I knew who I was. And you had me questioning who I am. So I had to question you. I don't have a problem with black people, but you didn't know that I was black because you didn't know where I came from.
I still don't know where you come from. Where you from?
But you still think I'm phonetically black.
Phonetically?
Phenotypically.
Where do you come from?
I was born in Germany, bruh.
Where's your parents ethnically from?
One was from Puerto Rico and one was from Panama. Panama, si yo hablo español.
Okay. So you come in here.
I come here to talk shit to you.
No. You come in here just to tell the world, y'all, I'm not black. Calling me black is like calling me a biat, pretty much.
I'm saying you called me that, but I feel like you called me out of my race.
You want me to tell you something? There is no such thing as calling you out of your race.
Look, I'm a very proud person, okay? I'm a Latina, and it's hard for me to digest that I'm not Latina. Porque yo no soy negra. Tengo un esposo que ya te enseñé la foto, pero no me lo viste por el mensaje que yo te mandé, que él es haitiano. Y él sí tiene la piel negra. Él es moreno. Siempre fui racista y después me tuve que como caer porque le digo, este hombre me dijo que yo soy negra. Y yo le lloré a mi esposo y mi esposo se reía de mí porque él dice, qué risa me da, qué risa me da.
So now you're back to say that you are black.
I literally crashed my car just watching your video because I was so interested in you. Because I was following you. I was very interested in what you were saying. And I was like, okay, look, I look crazy. My fucking lashes are sticking together and shit.
You're a good looking lady. Don't worry about that. So now you're black.
You told me I'm black and I became black. My mama told me I'm not black. When I started putting grease in my hair when I was in 3rd grade, because all the black girls in my school was like, put grease in your hair because, you know what I'm saying? I had dyed my hair blonde when I was in 3rd grade. You see how many people are conflicted and confused. It's not just me.
But here's my issue. Not that it's necessarily an issue, but for lack of better words, my issue is that you felt offended.
You called me black. I'm confused. I don't like being confused. I don't like not knowing who the hell I am. It's like somebody calling me a bitch. I know I'm not a bitch. And if somebody call me that, I'm going to be mad because I know that's not what I am.
You, from your own words, you said that when you first came on and I identified you as black, you cried.
I was laughing, crying. I was like, oh my God, did you know I'm black? Like, I didn't know I was black. I cried to my husband. My husband took pictures of me and everything. He was like, because I started straightening my hair. I was tripping off of it. I wasn't like crying tears, but I was laughing and crying. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know this. I didn't know this.
You felt offended.
I didn't feel offended. I
That's
just
what you
didn't
said.
know it.
You said,
When the girl in the Asian salon was doing my nails and she noticed my complexion and she was like, "You're black. This color doesn't look good on you." I was like, I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I didn't feel no type of way. I don't have no offense to my children being black. That's not offensive to me. I married a black man.
your
I'm not
son,
offended I married a black man.
you could say, I don't like that my son is being identified as black, but acknowledge the fact that he is identified as black racially, and there's nothing you can do about it because that's what race is. It's about acknowledging reality versus a fantasy. A fantasy of we don't.
It's not a fantasy of mine.
We
Like,
don't.
I've never fantasized
I don't
about any white people. I married a black man.
You're muted. You're muted, dear. You're muted.
I don't have a fantasy for white people. I don't.
I never accused you.
I married a black man because I loved him and he was attracted to me. But what I'm saying, when I fill out my little FAFSA forms, when I fill out my little SOLs, I never wrote down anything other than Latina.
And that's okay.
For my kids, I never wrote down anything other than Latino. I just never did that. I never acknowledged any other phenotype other than the phenotype that I was raised under. You know what I'm saying?
Look. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you making the choice of bubbling Latino to identify you and your children. Nothing wrong with that. You have the right to identify yourself however you feel like it, as well as your children. But that has nothing to do with society and the way society identifies you racially when they first see you, or in this particular case, your children. When somebody that doesn't, if I didn't know you, I don't know you technically, but if I didn't know you at all, and I didn't know your son, and I just barely seen your son out and about, I see a black boy. I don't know if his parents are from Panama, from Puerto Rico, from Dominican Republic. I have no idea what his parents are from. But you want to know what I know for a fact? That he's black. That, what I just said right now, is what race is and how it works. Is what society sees when they first see you. They may not know who your parents are. They may not know where you were born. They may not know if you have different parents of different racial identities. They may not know anything about you, but they see a black person. That's race. Lo que ven. That's literally what race is. Now, your culture, your ethnic background, that's something different. But race is what you are phenotypically presenting. Your son phenotypically presents somebody that is racially identified as black. However you feel about that, go ahead and feel it. But that's what it is. What's your nationality?
U.S.
I thought you said you were born in Germany.
But I have citizenship from the U.S. So respect me, okay? I do carry a whole bunch of shit with me. You know what I'm saying? I already told you all my business on the first live. I ain't gonna repeat it because you acting like you gonna tell my business, which that's not cool, bruh.
You're the one telling all your business. I ain't saying nothing but responding to you. I'm not
telling my business. I just wanted to talk to my friend. I followed you, and I liked you, and I was talking to you.
You liked me past tense? I like you still. I just don't like people blowing up my DMs.
But why didn't you just respond to me after I threw that picture at you? You could have just responded.
No, respectfully, yes or no, were you blowing up my DM? And when I mean blowing up,
I did blow up your DM. Okay. I blew up your DMs like crazy. I don't like that. Real wild.
I don't allow nobody to blow up my DMs. I block them, no matter who it is. I
sent you my mama picture, my daddy picture, my brother picture, my sister picture. I sent you everybody picture.
Uh, people who start like blowing up my DMs, I block them, no matter who they are. And they'll think it's personal. It's not personal. Why are you blowing me up like that?
Amelia's funny. I remember I was talking all type of juicy shit on his live, and then I just went up there. But it didn't mean to come up. It didn't mean to all
What is
get
what is
out
your name
there.
on IG?
I only had IG because I was trying to get to you. I don't even have a real IG. Like, it's Vielka. It's the same thing as the Facebook thing.
So you created an account just for me?
Look, I don't want to embarrass my family, okay? That's all I'm saying. Just don't try to make me look like I'm embarrassing my family. I'm not trying to embarrass my family. I absolutely love and adore my family.
Okay.
They are created from me out of love, and I cherish them very much.
Okay. Well, respect to you and your family.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good one.
Gracias.
Hasta luego.
Adios.
You know how educational that is? For her own son to tell her mom, he's right, I'm black. No, baby, you're not. You know how educational that is for me? Do you understand how educational that is for her son, a black child, to tell her mom, he's right, I'm black. No, baby, you're not. That's why it's so dangerous. Listen to what I'm going to tell you. And this is going to rub people the wrong way, some of you. That's why it's very, very dangerous for black people. Listen to what I'm telling you. For black people to date and have children outside of your race. A lot of us that are not black, we don't understand you. We don't understand you. And when we have children with you, we don't understand you. We don't know how to raise you. You understand? You know how powerful that was for that child to tell his mom, he's right, I'm black. And his own mom, no, baby, you're not. That is a perfect example of what I try to tell people. Be careful who you have children with. You, as black people, having children with non-black people is dangerous if you are having a child with somebody that is not black and are not educated on blackness, if you will. It's dangerous. Because now look how you're going to raise your kid. Your own kid telling you, Mom, what you talking about? He's right. No way. You're not black. And you want to know what was telling? That initially she came up to say what? You made me cry. You disrespected me by identifying me as black. I cried when I got off the live when you identified me as black. Calling me black is like calling me a B word. That's what she said. That's how she feels about black people. But yet she had a child with a black person. And now she's raising a black child. But if you ask her, if you identify her as black, it's like calling her a B. That's very telling as to how she feels about black people. Think, people. Think. When you meet somebody and you like them and you're going to date them, get to know them. Ask them questions. You'll be surprised as to what you get out of them.
So for a long time now, you probably heard people, not all, and actually when we create these videos or when we talk about these videos, you can definitely say these are things that are happening in real time. And you can definitely see the opinion of the parent towards like what was going through. And you can honestly see that she is denying a kid identifying as black. Probably the kid is still young. There is an age that he will reach. And it has a psychological toll towards the kid. And I don't understand why it has always to be that way. Because there are a couple of times back we've seen Latina, Afro-Latinos, or just Latinos come out and say how their parents want them not to intermarry with a black person or not to have a kid with a black person. Because having a kid with a black person, having a black kid with a black person will be looked as something like a curse or something which is of a substandard. A black color is of a substandard. And you understand how racism and anti-blackness, how it is embedded in the Latino community. For the longest time, this has been a major topic to discuss, and we have seen people from the Latino community come out and thank you for this brother talking about this and, generally raising this issue. I'm gonna check him out and just give him a shout out, right? He's called the brother that hosted this show is called Ricardo Ignacio Podcast. Kindly go check him out. It's called Ricardo Ignacio Podcast. And this is not the first video that I've featured in my channel, because he has been part of enlightening people. He has been part of telling people the truth. And we all know, honestly, that anti-blackness is something that has been in the United States for the longest time. This is something this is not happening for the first time. There is always the erasure of blackness. Every time people want to erase blackness, people don't want to associate with blackness, right? And I understand. Why is this happening? This is happening because of racial hierarchies that were placed in these places. These people, they align so much with whiteness. This is what we call racial triangulation. Some people call it social triangulation. Social triangulation is an aspect where a non-black person or a person of color, or how will I name them? These are a group of people that they want to relate so much with whiteness or closeness to whiteness or the proximity to whiteness. They want to relate so much with whiteness to the extent that they will deniably argue that they are not black, even if everything proves that they are black. So I don't want to say much because this is just a topic that I've been talking about. And the reason why I was so much interested in sharing this video that Ricardo Ignacio talked about, it's because it proves everything that we have been saying. And this is something that has been happening in the Latino community. You are seeing an aspect of racial triangulation or social triangulation as a concept that is happening towards people that has self-hate. This is an instance of self-hate. You hate yourself. You hate your origin. The sister who was talking, she was so much black that even his color, you can hear blackness in his voice. The way she spoke, she is black. Like, you can definitely, trust me, if I could have not shown you this video and you could have just listened to the audio, you would have definitely known that this is a black person, undeniably, right? But since we are seeing her phenotypical features, okay, we can say probably she's Mexican, right? But the kid, let's talk about the kid. The kid is definitely black, undeniably. The kid is black, 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 black. So it doesn't make a damn sense when she comes out and says that, my kid is now black and my kid identify as Latino. Man, cut the crap. That doesn't make sense, honestly. That doesn't make sense. So my main reason for airing this video was to try shed light on this aspect. This is something that has been happening for a while now. So brothers and sisters, I don't have much to say, but please let me know what you think about this video. I'm your host and presenter, Genetic Stories. But until then, let me see you in my next video. Peace, love, and harmony. Salute.